Great start time. By the pool, in the sun, greatest place to be. And I have my cup of tea. I am so excited because last night we had a great fireside chat. On Fridays, I do a fireside freestyle where it's kind of open in subject matter, and it was a great night last night. So I know today's live will be more incredible, and I'm excited because I feel energized. I feel this massive feeling of beauty and success and happiness. And I know everyone is feeling it. We're all feeling a bit of this. And it's also nice to just sit in the sun. Thank you, thank you, thank you for liking the live, Eric. Christopher Rousseau, my day is ecstatic, exciting, fun, full of prosperity and beautiful sunshine. That's how it's going. And it's the full moon today. It's the full moon today. I had put this in my story. I'm doing a full moon meditation. So if you go to the top of my page and click the link in bio, it is the third link on my link tree where you can go and put your email, because I won't be doing it on this app, but it is free of charge. And we are just going to do a nice full moon meditation. And once again, if you go to the top of my page and click the link, there's a link in my link tree. And what's up, Rasha? Where you can put your email, and then I will send you the link for tonight's full moon meditation. Yeah, the sun doesn't matter, the weather, the fact that the sun is out. Thank you, remote worker, for the follow. I love that. I love, like, Denver, Colorado. It'll be sunny. There may be snow on the ground. However, it's sunny. Yeah, wherever I'm at, the sun is out. I bring the greatest weather. It's me. It's me. And I love the sun. I've lived in plenty places without the sun, and that's why I chose to only be in places with sun. But I've also lived on the East Coast, and New York and DC and London, and London is really where I said, yeah, I don't care to ever live in a rainy, cold place ever again. However, I'm happy for the experience, and it was quite a long experience. It wasn't a 6 months experience, that was a 7 year experience. So I'm grateful for that. However, I look better, I feel better, and I just am better when the weather is warm. I will Marley Mall all the time. And as I said, I'm really excited about this because on Thursday, I believe it was on Thursday or yesterday, one of my hopefuls was like, yeah, you should do a meditation. So tonight it will be Pacific Standard Time because I'm currently in Pacific Standard Time. Thank you for continuing to like and share the live. I will be doing a full moon meditation by the water, by the pool. So go to the top of my page, click the link in bio. It is the third link. All you do is put your email. I will send the link as well as like journaling prompts. And we will do a full moon meditation. There's no charge. This is the first time I'm doing it. In the future, there will be, but I just want to see who's open to it. And I am all for that thing of feeling something creative, wanting to do something creative and just going into it instead of thinking, okay, I'll do it next month, I'll do it eventually. No, I got the idea, let me try it. Let's go. And that's beautiful that you did. Yeah, I meditate every morning as well and journal. And let me show you what I wrote in my journal. because I am creating this journal for my hopefuls and people who are new to a journaling practice. Thank you, Michael Smith, for the follow, because it's so helpful for me. And the first thing I journal like free writing. So as soon as I get up, I grab my journal and I just start writing. And it clears that dust in my head. It leads me into my day clear. So thank you. So I journaled this morning. This was my first statement I wrote down as soon as I woke up. I am limitless and I get everything I want because I deserve to be happy. Why not? Instead of starting the day of, I don't like today, I don't like me, I don't like everything in life, I'm just going to start off in a positive manner. I'm just going to start that way. So the first statement I wrote is I am limitless and I get everything I want because I deserve to be happy. And then I go into scripting. It doesn't matter what your life looks like now. The point is to write and feel and imagine what you want. So I started with my life is incredible and full of abundance in every way. I feel so good. Even if you don't, write it, imagine it, feel it. And this is a creative endeavor that really brings that feeling so it can shift. It can shift you from that space of another day to like, wow, I'm like writing this incredible day. I can feel it. Yeah, why not? My body is healthy, flexible, hydrated, and strong. These are the things that I write as soon as I get up, because as a speaker, I have to possess that feeling. I do not speak about anything that I have not gone through or am living. So for me to say, write this, but I'm not doing it, I'm not in alignment. I don't feel authentic. And when I say I'm a speaker, as I've shared, if you when you leave my live, go to the top of my page. There's a link. When you click the link, there is my link tree. The first link is my TED Talk. And my TED Talk, which I gave in October in Germany, is really the basis of what I speak about as a speaker. And so I urge you to watch my TED Talk. If you do not go through the link, you can just go through YouTube and put Hope TED Talk Emergency Landing, and it will give more of a background of what I speak about as a speaker, as well as the link for my full moon meditation, which is today, which it is complimentary. You can put your email in there and I will send you the link, as well as journaling prompts that you can do before or after or at any time. These things are not time sensitive. I also have my YouTube, which I'm streaming on YouTube now, which is Hope is Speaking YouTube, where I have affirmations, and I posted a piece of content that says, watch this when you need to believe in yourself. A lot of confidence content, how to speak better in public, as well as just a bit of me. And I also have my Amazon store, the microphone I usually use, and my Cash App and Venmo. If you would like to donate in any way, it is greatly appreciated all the time. So check out my TED Talk. It will lead you to a better understanding of when I say I'm a professional speaker, and more so, the beauty of the word. So, you can write A stuff all day, then what next? I don't quite understand. Please clarify. You can write A stuff all day, then what next? Because yes, that is the first page. The second page are my I am statements, and I'm just going to read them to you. I am in alignment with my true purpose. I am a magnet for opportunities and abundance. I am worthy of love, respect, success. I am in perfect harmony with myself and others. I am always moving towards my goals and dreams. I am a beacon of positivity and optimism. I am powerful. I am a powerful and confident communicator. These are all my I am statements that I write right when I wake up. I am connected to the infinite wisdom of the universe. I am open to receiving miracles and blessings. I am a money magnet and abundance flows to me effortlessly. I am a confident decision maker. And that is important because I often say, when you are confident in the choices that you make, life becomes a little bit easier because all life is a series of decisions. But if you don't trust your decisions, if you second guess your decisions, if you think you made bad decisions, if you regret your decisions, if you ask others to help you make decisions, that is going to be constant. Because life is okay, I'm getting up. What am I going to have for breakfast? What am I wearing? How am I responding to this? What bill should I pay? Life is a series of decisions. So to be able to confidently make your decisions in every day creates a space of ease. It really does. A beautiful space of ease. And I love writing that. I love writing, I am a confident decision maker. I am a source of love and compassion. I am feeling so good, radiant, positive energy, and lucky in every way. I am a master at positive thinking. And I shared this because my father died at the end of December, and I always speak highly of my father. This is why I chose to go into speaking professionally. And that space of being able to think positively and really just being able to feel was a beautiful space because I remember on my birthday, I was in the ICU with my father, and I had a space of thinking, oh, I'm in the hospital. It's my birthday. My father's here. He's in the ICU. This is terrible. Life is terrible. And I had to say, hey, wait, hey, you're the motivator. You're the positive thinker. Why would you believe that that is the only way of seeing it? And I stepped into a space of saying, wait a minute, let me take the hospital out of it, the ICU out of it. I'm grateful that I'm experiencing another birthday with my father. I'm grateful that I'm here sharing this day from this man that added to me, that created me. It doesn't matter that I was in the hospital. It doesn't matter the state that he was in. What's up, retired Elio Lawrence? None of that matters. The fact is, I get to share another birthday with my father. And in fact, that was the last birthday that I would share with my father. So to write that I am a master at positive thinking, that's how. That's how. It's about shifting. Wait a minute. I can be stuck on the ICU, the hospital, all of this, or I can see this as the beauty of what it is. I am able to spend another birthday with my father. In fact, the last birthday. So I am powerful and I am a powerful and intentional manifester. I am open to receiving divine guidance, and my final I am is no. I choose to say I am a fearless and unstoppable force. And then I didn't see the question, Christopher. Then I go into gratitude statements. So the first page is free writing or scripting the beauty of the day. The second page, and this is as soon as I wake up, and I'm typically listening to affirmations or subliminal affirmations, which is what I'm into now. So the first page is scripting. The second page is I am statements. And the third page is grateful. gratitude. So I always start with I am grateful. My statement for my gratitude statements was everything I want wants me more. And I went into gratitude statements. I am grateful. I am grateful for the incredible person that I am. I am grateful for my incredible health. I am grateful. Let's see. I am grateful to always be surrounded by positivity. I am grateful for my peace, harmony, and ease that flows abundantly to me in every moment. I'm essentially adding what I want into the day. I believe I have the power. I believe we have the power to claim the positivity, the strength, the beauty in the day when we choose to. Again, this is intentional. This is intentional. And when you intentionally choose, you are able to see the fruits of what you chose. I just saw you enter. What's up, GIHSO? You saw I hopped into your live, and some of the people in your live followed me, and I'm ever so grateful. So thank you. You know, we're all on this positivity tip. And I did see the guy that said, like, these are my walrus arms. So thank you for being here. So this thing or this thinking, if it's for you, great. If it's not, great. This is my truth. It's a truth. It's not the truth. After being a flight attendant for 15 years, 60 countries, living abroad, I've been everywhere. Well, not everywhere, because I've only been to over 60 countries, and I think there's what, 180, 191? So a third of the world. You get to choose. And I have a beautiful space of compassion, of always being open to learning, but I don't know. I only know what has been beneficial for me. And there's a space of being open, not rigid and believing this is the only way that life can be lived successfully. There's so many ways that life can be lived. And I learned that through travel. And let me take a sip of my tea. I love my tea. Thank you for continuing to like and share the live. Hello, Alan. And I also love the sun. So as soon as the sun is out, I'm running out. I'm putting on a bikini. This is my favorite outfit, a bikini top, and typically vintage Levi's cutoff shorts. Loving TJ. I am amazing. I am glowing. I am hydrated. I am happy. I'm magnetic, and I'm feeling good, baby. That's how I am. What's your favorite? Me? Me? Thank you for the follow. So I will continue to share this because this is the first time I'm doing this. I do, at the link in my bio, the top of my page, click the link. Always go watch my TED Talk. You'll see me in my power position as a speaker. Thank you. I am jazzy. I love a little razzle dazzle. I am jazzy. Thank you, thank you, thank you for the swan. Watch my TED Talk. However, the third link on my link tree is the full moon meditation that I'm doing today. It's going to be, I'm going to do 6:30 Pacific Standard Time, which would be, let's see, 6:30 Pacific Standard, 7:30 Central Mountain, 7:30 Mountain Time, 8:30 Central Time, 9:30 Eastern Time. GMT time would be like 6:11. It would be in the morning, essentially, because it would be 11-hour difference. So it's complimentary. I'm going to do it here by the pool. And so just put your email on the third link. I'll send you the link because I won't do it here on TikTok. I'm going to do it on another platform. And I'll also send you journaling prompts. And it'll be maybe about an hour. And we'll do a nice little meditation. And that's it. And I'm excited because I had the idea and I spoke about this. I'm so into that space of the lessening the time of having the idea and executing the idea. Because the thing is, you will refine it. And it's the same thing in life. If you want to do something, do it. Sometimes that act of preparation, I need to read more, I need to do research. No, your research is you doing it. You will figure it out in the process. There's no way you can lose because you will learn in the process. And I had a friend, Good Energy Keith, we come on live on Tuesday nights, and he said, you know, some people just need to do more research. No, I think research will hold you back because it's not that it will hold you back, but at times the brain will cause you to feel that I need more, I need to buy this, I should do this, and that time from action will be pushed back. It'll be pushed back. It'll be pushed back. And that may not get you to that point of execution. I'm also crazy. So I will just say, do it. Okay, I am the epitome of like, just go do it. What you will find out is the magic, is the key, is the reason why it's enlightened in you. Thank you, Heather, for the follow. Try it. And here's the other thing, don't tell everyone. What's up, the God Particle? Stop telling everyone, because a lot of people, let me change that. There are selected few that will just tell you their limitations, why they wouldn't do it, why you shouldn't do it, why it will fail, why it won't work out, why it's the bad time, why. Nah, I don't need, thank you. I am beautiful in the sun. You know, listen. I feel even better than I look, okay? And let me say this. I think the most beautiful people are the most confident. The ones that feel like, hey, I'm here. I can drink some water. I don't need much. I'm here. That's beautiful. I also think some of the hottest women are the ones that can jump in the pool or the ocean and then jump out and like shake off and go. Like, I don't need I got my lip gloss. I got some coconut oil. Okay, let's go. I don't need much. But that's just me. That's just me. Okay. Um, that is, let me tell the story of why I shaved off my hair. And that video is on YouTube. So if you go on to my Hope is Speaking YouTube, which is in my link in bio, or let's get this live up to 10,000. Actually, let's get it more than 10,000. Let's get it as high as it can go. Tap the screen. I am active. I love my sexy walks. I love to rollerblade. I love to bike. I love to hike. And when I moved to Maui, as you can see, I naturally have really thick, curly, beautiful hair. And I've had it in every way, in every color, braided, like I've had it in every way. And especially I was a hair model, so I've had my hair so many beautiful colors. And when I moved to Hawaii, I saw that going swimming in the ocean just leads to a lot of sand in your hair. And there is a space where women, especially Black women, are often kept in boxes with our hair. Not me. I don't care. I'll shave this sucker off in a second. Hope, I just saw my neighbor. He's like, I was so mad at you when you shave your hair off. Why? Did you tell your wife that? Why are you worried about my head? But anyway, What I found was I can easily adapt. It was less of, I don't feel beautiful with my hair. What are people going to think of me? It was more of, what is the best option? Alan, it's the truth. What is the best option? If I'm constantly getting into the water, man, there's so much sand. I would wake up after rinsing my hair out. I would wake up in my bed like, why is there like a whole ocean of sand on my pillow and bed? This is insane. So I slowly started cutting my hair shorter and shorter and shorter and shorter. And then I got to a moment where I woke up and I said, yeah, I'm going to shave off my hair and dye it blonde. Like, I just woke up with that thought and I had to act on it. So I went to my neighbor's house in the Ohana behind me, and two of I call them my nieces, which is Serenity and what is my other niece's name? Wonderful local Hawaiian girls. I said, hey, can you help me? Because I'm going to shave off my hair. So that is on my YouTube page. So if you go to Hope is Speaking YouTube, it is. I am so incredibly grateful to call Hawaii home. It is. I love Maui. Out of all of the places, let me put a tack in that. On my Hope is Speaking YouTube, it's under my TikTok lives. The video is entitled Change Your Hair, Change Your Life. That is the video of the day that I buzzed all of my hair off and dyed it blonde. Go watch it. It was so freeing. It was like this intense power of like radiant, divine power that was just birthed in me. Because the confidence it takes, but also in several cultures, shaving one's head is symbolic. It's symbolic. And it was for me. I had like turned into a different person. I had just birthed myself into this powerful thing. And it was like, yes, I'm here. And it's the most incredible feeling to dive in the ocean and feel the water and the salt water and the minerals on your scalp, and jump out of the water and have the water like cascade down your face and your scalp, and have the sun beam onto your crown. It's incredible. It's incredible. I will tell any woman, because a man, it's much more acceptable. However, any woman, if you ever have that thought, do it at one time in your life. It's incredible. I've always felt beautiful, but I felt such a unique sense of beauty with my bald head, because it does take a confidence, and you do shift the energy. I shift the energy anyway. As soon as I come in the room, baby, I light it up. However, with my bald head, my shaved head, my warrior head, it was like, whoa, look at her. And the way that I changed my makeup application, because everything is focused really on your face. Hair is beautiful. I'm not negating having beautiful hair. I love my hair in any way, shape, or form. However, you just show up differently when you are without that covering of your mane. And how sexy I felt. I mean, it's incredible. I'm always fighting not shaving off my hair. Like I've said I'm growing it out a few times. Thank you, Alan. That's very sweet of you. I appreciate that. I like to sit with compliments for a moment, because I'm still working on that. And that's what I speak about as a speaker. Like, we have to, not we, I had to see how I receive compliments. Is it immediately, oh, thank you, your shoes are nice? This isn't a reciprocal thing. Accept the compliment, hold it for a second. You're worthy of it. That feels good. Take it in. Okay, go on. And witness how you show up when someone gives you a compliment. Do you retract it? Do you send it back and say, no, I'm not? I mean, I woke up late. Stop. Hold that compliment. Take Take it, feel it. You're worthy of what the person said. They didn't just say that. And even question that. If that thought comes up like, oh, they just said that. That is that thing in you. That could be what people would call negativity or darkness. That is there for you to grow. For you to grow. You are worthy of every compliment that you receive. You're worthy of giving yourself that compliment as well. So, yes, Maui is beautiful. Hawaii is beautiful. Out of all of the places that I lived, because as I said, I was a flight attendant for 15 years, over 60 countries traveled. I have lived in New York, DC, Jersey, London, Paris, finally Hawaii. And out of all the places I lived, because I lived in Europe for about 7 years, it was a great experience. And I would encourage anyone to have that experience of living outside the country. I made it happen. I was like, I'm getting out of here. There's men all around the world that are waiting for my goodness. Okay, okay. That's another story. However, I just knew it would happen. I didn't know how. And I speak about this, that belief. And this is in my TED Talk. Again, go to my link in bio. My first link on my link tree is my TED Talk. There's a beauty in belief, in just sheerly believing, not having the resources, nothing but this is what's going to happen. And I believe it. I don't know how, I don't know when, but it will. That's it. And I knew that. I knew when I was in 7th grade, Spice Girls were big, and a lot of S Club 7, a lot of these British pop groups. I was always attracted to London and these British pop groups. I knew at 12, at 13, I was going to live in London. I didn't know how. I just knew that's going to happen. I loved it. I would watch all these British shows. I just knew it was something in me. I knew I was going to live in Paris. I knew it. I didn't know how, and I didn't even think like, how am I going to make this happen? It was just that unconscious feeling of that is a part of me. I don't even question it. Is it as far as you're hearing me? We'll correct that. We will correct that. You see, I'm always prepared, honey. Let's go. Actually, now it pushed down my hair, but okay. This is how I get ready in the morning. Hold on. Let me fluff out my curls. Much better. It should be. Although it kind of takes away. I love this bathing suit. It's actually a bathing suit. And what I love about it is it can also be worn as like a top. So it's the best of both worlds. And living in Hawaii, I've always liked just wearing a bikini and cut off shorts. I am currently in my childhood backyard. This is why I'm sitting next to this pool, which is a happy space for me because it has so much joy. I relate so many good times to having pool parties and me and my sisters playing Marco Polo and my mom bringing out snacks or us listening to Spice Girls. Like, it's such a happy space. I'm not scratching my head. I'm preparing my hair. Ask better questions. So the question could have been, what are you doing? But it wasn't. Why am I so pretty? Because I am birthed from two beautiful souls, because I have a mother and a lineage of women that prepared me for this world and universe, because Every experience in life has aided in my beauty, which is inside and out. And because I'm grateful and actively pursuing, I will always be pretty. That's why. Thank you. So yeah, Tommy, that's what's up. That's what we do. Listen, um, you won't see me, Christopher. If you're asking to like see me in person, no. Here's the other thing. It would take, I'm I know my phenomenal. I know that I am phenomenal. Okay? Beyond. It always will take a grand gesture. Last night, and I'll post this live onto my YouTube. I spoke about the deep love I have for my father, who passed away at the end of December, and he was such a regal man, and he taught me so many things. However, he surrounded me with love. He was respectful. He was knowledgeable. He taught me integrity. He taught me money. He taught me business. He taught me strength. He taught me protection. He was there to protect me. And so I know what a masculine in their truest form can show up as. A lot of y'all aren't. Okay? So it takes a grand gesture. Someone saying, "Hey, I want to take you out." That's not going to do it. That's not it. Am I going to go in the pool? I may today. I want to. It's still kind of cold. Salute. Um and I've had exceptional men in my life. I have a great picker. I take my time. More so, I'm okay. Like, I love me. I love my experience in life. With with you, without you, I'm living a great life. Um, as a flight attendant, I was traveling the world. I have friends all over the world. I would go run in marathons. I would climb mountains. I would volunteer. I already have a full, rich, beautiful life. So, with you, it's an addition. However, I'm not seeking you to create that beautiful life. I already do it. I've already done it. So you have to match that incredibility level for you to even be in my space. And I will quickly detach. I will quickly say, okay, I'm done with this. And I believe that that is a beautiful space to be in, because sometimes I have seen that it has been difficult to just break up with someone. But here's the thing, there are billions of people in the world. The other layer is I was always traveling. So trust me, baby, as soon as I get to another country, there's like 1,000 yous that dress even better. So I'm not really, I'm 22 at the time. I'm not really like, you have to be in my life. That's all right. I can let you go. I already got 5 more on the line anyway. I don't let these dudes drive me. I don't. That's the neighbor. They need to walk their dog. They actually need. It's always. I'm going to detach from that because that is not under my control. And furthermore, that has no benefit for me. Um, I don't. I don't have a dog. So, yeah, I say this. Men are great. I'm the greatest. Everything is great, but I'm the greatest. I add to it. I add to the space. And I feel that way because I am everything I need. And I speak about this confidently because the beauty of having that feeling, that thought, is I don't need anything. It's not that I don't want things or I don't call for things. However, I have everything I need in every moment of my life. Now, it may take me encountering certain times in life to understand that I have the solution, I can find the solution, I have the resources, I can access the resources, but I never doubt that there's anything that I ever face in life that I cannot successfully navigate. And I've also been in some colorful situations. Okay. Like I I was ran over by a motorcycle in Buenos Aires. But the lesson that I learned from that, because I was crossing the street and then I was like flying, and when I got hit, again, this was in Buenos Aires. I was on a layover because I love Argentina and I love Buenos Aires. And what I love about Buenos Aires is no, you don't need to be sorry. What I learned was to look both ways. So that's the lesson in it. Don't be sorry for me. Trust me. It was great. It's okay. You don't need to, and don't feel sorry for people. That's like lowering. Don't do well. I'm not telling you what to do. However, question why you would feel that if you would like. So I was on a layover in Buenos Aires because I used to fly that a lot out of New York. And what I loved, this is if I stuck around for winter. Because when I lived on the East Coast of the US, I was based in DC, and I lived in DC, and then I lived in New York. Those places are miserable during winter. So I would leave. I would come see my parents in California, and then I would hole up, usually in some small fishing village that no one's ever heard of in Mexico, and go and walk down the unpaved road and buy my fruit from the man who had his fruit stall on the donkey, and chill for like, I would take off the last 2 weeks of December. I would take off all of January. I would take off all of February. And then I would come back like the last 2 weeks of March. So if I was based on the East Coast, I would just like, that was my kind of vacation time. I would take up to like 3 months off. So this time I did not. So if I stuck around New York for the winter, I would only fly to the southern hemisphere because it's summer. So I would fly Sao Paulo, Brazil. I would fly Buenos Aires, Argentina. I would fly Mexico. I would fly Puerto Rico. There was other cities in Puerto Rico outside of San Juan I would go to. I would fly Aruba. I would fly Bonaire. I would fly like warm places because I'm not going to stick around with y'all. Y'all don't have a tan. It's cold. It's terrible. It's terrible. Let's get these likes up. Hi, Miss Light. Continue to tap the screen. So I was in Buenos Aires and I knit. Thank you. I'm here in the sun. And here's the thing, Miss Light. I set it up. Go to the top of my page. Go to my link in bio, my link tree. The third link is for the full moon meditation today. So if you go in, just put in your email. I'll send you the link because I'm not going to do it here on TikTok. It's free of charge. It's the first time I'm doing it. We talked about it on the live yesterday or the day before, and I was like, let's try it. So there's that. I'll send you the link as well as journal prompts, and we're going to do it like 6:30 Pacific Standard Time. Yeah, for the full moon meditation. It'll be 60 minutes. I'm just going for it. So yes, I knit, and Argentina is one of the largest exporters of wool. They have these beautiful mountains and pastures with sheep, and it is, I believe, the first or second. I know it's in the top 3. I believe it's the second largest exporter of wool in the world. Knitting and crocheting is a revered art for Argentinians. There's several people who have aunties and their tias and their what is the grandma? It'll come to me. Their abuelitas knit and would teach them how to knit. It's a cultural expression that you see throughout the city and in the culture. Yeah. How else? Suggest, because outside of here, outside of YouTube, I'm doing live events this summer, so I haven't really announced where yet, but there will be ways. What other ways would you want to stay in contact? I have Discord. I mean, we can do Discord. Let me know in the chat because, again, I don't always know. And I am just me every day. Um, yeah, but oh, a Snapchat. Okay. I'll start that. I don't know. I go off all the time, but that's okay. I'll get back to Argentina. When I decided to speak, hold on, let me take some of my tea. Thank you. I always talk about the fear of being seen because I had that fear. I always knew I had this voice. I always knew I had the diligence and the discipline to show up, to craft my voice as a speaker. And I was still afraid to be seen as a speaker. Uh, I have never listened to an NBA Youngboy song in my life. I so I had a fear of being seen. I had a fear. Thank you for continuing to like the life. I don't need to do anything for you, Vin. Why would I need to do something for you? Why? That's ridiculous. And let me share with you, as a compassionate human being, does that come from a space of love? Does that come from a space of kindness or compassion for a human being? That's all. So, yes. And I also have like, you know what? You're giving me ideas because I was already doing, I do coaching for speakers. However, I have more ideas. So stay in tune, stay in touch. That fear of being seen and that fear of me stepping away from my career and okay, yeah, start it. I When I got past my fear of being seen, because fear of being seen is only like what I'm doing, people are going to judge me, they're going to laugh about me, they're going to laugh at me, they're going to talk about me, they're going to pick me apart, and that does not make me feel good, so I don't want to show up. That's all it is. Here's the thing. Let's accept that that's true. Why does that prevent you from being you? Let's say that people will judge you. Why is that the reason why you would stop? Because it doesn't feel good? Okay, so why does the opinion of others overtake your opinion of yourself? And I got to a point where I said, wait a minute, I'm great at this. If someone doesn't like what I do, let me assume that's true. So what? There will be people that won't. So what? I like what I do. I listen to me. I love me. I like me. What someone outside of this body, this being says about me actually has no effect on my life at all. Unless I allow it to because I don't feel worthy or I actually don't like myself. Then that's where the work starts. But so what? Actually, your gift will serve yourself and others more than the negativity you think you will get. And it's less than you are assuming. Now, it will happen. So what? That's a part of it. You also have to understand you got to be tough. I was telling my nieces, there's a toughness that comes with life, and it's both. It's tough, it's soft, it's resilient, it's knowing your weaknesses as a strength. All of that. It's a lot of this, but there's an element of toughness that you need. I don't give a damn what anyone thinks about me. I don't. I live an incredible life, and I always have. So if I'm making my decisions, if I'm living my life, how I want to, why does your opinion of my life matter? Now, if I'm not choosing for me, if I'm listening to my parents and they want me to take this job, they want me to marry this person, they want me to buy a house here, they want me to make this decision, and I'm listening to them, but I don't actually like these choices, that's something else. This is where it starts with listening to you. I don't care. Listen, if I don't listen to my parents, why am I going to listen to you? And I said that. And it's not in a space of rebellion, but the truth is, I made a TikTok about this. If you can't tell your parents no, you can't tell anyone else no in life. If you can't say, actually, I'm not going to do this, it doesn't have to be we're beefing and punching each other out. I mean, having the strength to speak to someone as large in our lives as a parent and tell them, no, actually, I'm not going to do that. No, actually, I'm not going to make that decision. I'm doing this. That starts that beautiful strength. Because if I can tell them no, I surely can tell like a manager no, or someone at the job no, or someone, man, if I don't listen to them, why am I going to listen to you? I had my sister tell me something, and she said, you should do this. I said, well, I understand that, but why would I listen to you? No, really, I'm asking, why? How is it a benefit for me to listen to you when I have a clear lineage of great decisions I've made on my own? Number one. Number two, you're not in a position to aid me in these decisions in life. Number two. And number three, you're like, I don't know why that's of your concern to tell me this. I really sit back from, it's never personal. First of all, no. Second of all, and I said this with respect, I hear what you're saying. I just don't listen to you. You have no authority in my life. So I hear what you're saying. I understand it fully. And I am sharing with you the most honest, compassionate thought of no. Whatever you say, I'm hearing it. It's just not processing. It has no benefit to my life. And furthermore, you are of no, you are not in a position of authority for me to even listen to. That's it. I do what I want, but I do that because I really trust myself. I make great strategic decisions. And whatever decision I make, I know it's the best decision. I will learn from it. I can figure it out. Period. Why am I going to listen to you? So I got to a space, and this is about showing up, and Miss Light, this is directly towards you. I said, after I retired from being a flight attendant for 15 years, again, go to the top of my page, click the link at the top of my page. It will lead you to my link tree. The first link is my TED Talk, and that will tell you why I took retirement from being a flight attendant. And I retired 15 years into my flying career, and I had already moved to Hawaii, and I was like, okay, I retired. I'm gonna kick back for like a year and live life and not think about anything. I'm not thinking about money. I'm not thinking about a job. I am gifting myself 1 year of doing whatever you want. You want to travel, whatever, do it. From that, you will find what's next. And I trusted myself. Trillions of miles in the sky, because outside of flying, I would like hop on the plane like, oh, there's a party in Cape Town, okay, I'll fly there. I'm in London right now, go to a party in Cape Town, party all night, get up, go to the airport, fly back to London, sleep for 2 days, then fly to LA. Like it's insane, the stories I have. It was great. So yeah, I took a year off, man. I was like, this is the best. That's why I trust myself. When I got to the fact that, yeah, I'm going to retire and do something and now go on to my legacy career. That's how I've seen my life. Flying was never the end all be all. It was just the way for me to collect all this information for the next level. And I knew when it was done, and I knew when I had reached mastery, and I knew like I'd been to, you talk to flight attendants, they've been in the same base. Let's say they were based in Chicago, they've never been based anywhere else. They don't travel. I chose flight attendant for every benefit, and I used every benefit. Um, no, well, I retired from that career. Now I'm just in my legacy career. That's how I've seen it. You gain there's one career, and then there's the moment, at least for me, of what am I giving back? How am I serving? How can I be of service? How am I leaving this space that I occupy a better space? Because all of those things come when you're on a plane that's about to crash, okay? Which is what happened to me 14 years into my flying career. I was working as the head flight attendant because I'm a leader. Isn't this a beautiful mug? My mother has such beautiful style. I love a beautiful mug. I always love a mug and a cup of tea. And if you were in my live, of course, Miss Light, if you were in my live last night, and if you weren't, I'm going to be uploading it onto Hope is Speaking YouTube, which I'm streaming on YouTube Live. I told the story of when I worked for Lancome. Yes, mugs. There's a lot of things coming, Miss. Like, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Because your suggestions, I'm like, okay, yeah. Okay, yeah. I have the story of when I was a makeup artist for Lancome. But what I learned is for continued employment, don't take a 2.5 hour lunch break. That probably will not lead to continuous employment if you take a lunch break for 2.5 hours. That's the lesson I found in that. And life is all about learning the lessons. You see what I did there? So I was the head flight attendant, and I was working a flight from SeaTac Seattle Washington Airport going to IAD Washington Dulles, DC. Well, it's in Virginia. It's in Reston, Virginia, I believe, but DC. Here's the other thing. My life is so like eclectic. Now that I'm looking back, it was quite an interesting trip because we flew in, I think we did one leg from Newark to, okay, yeah, Snapchat coming. Snapchat coming, y'all. I've never done it, so Snapchat coming. Right, worked from Newark to Seattle, which is a real transcon because not only are you going west, you're going northwest, so you got that extra time. When we landed, we got on the transport to go to the hotel because we stay at one of the hotels near the airport. We have short layover hotels and long layover hotels. So contractually for flight attendants, if the layover in the city is more than, I think it's 17 or 18 hours, we must contractually be in a downtown-like setting. If it is under, let's say it's 17 hours. If it's under 17 hours, we lay over closer to the airport because the thought is there's less time, so it will be a hotel closer to the airport. International or anything over 17 hours, in our contract, we must be in a downtown-like setting with a grocery store, restaurants, and and like drugstores within a 10-minute walking radius. Like all this verbiage is in our contract. So when you see flight attendants striking, man, I'm all for that. The thing is, I'm a rebel, so I don't mind the striking. However, you just got to fight for what you want. There is no other way. No one says this is what you want. Here you go. No one, you don't, it doesn't happen that way. And I remember hearing flight attendants saying, we're renegotiating our contract. They'll never give us this. And I thought, that's really strange that you assume what you can't get. Like, that is actually a sad state of affairs. If you already assume what you want, you will never be able to get. And that, I felt that. Thank you for the flowers, Luther. I felt that. Like, that's really, think about that. Like, think about, because you do it too. And this is why I'm sharing this story. The fact that you just assume what you deserve. That was good luck. That was good luck. That was a ladybug that just landed on my shoulder. There's all of these, there's great things happening. And especially when I'm in the sun, ladybugs just grab onto me. So ladybugs are a sign of good luck. And don't do that, what I just did. It's like I'm brushing off the luck. If a ladybug lands on you, just adore it and let it sprinkle its luck all upon you, okay? Yeah, we gotta sit in the sun, baby. We gotta sit in the sun. I love ladybugs. So, not even that limiting belief, because yes, it's a limiting belief, but it's something you feel. It's something you'll argue for. Imagine that. Imagine you arguing for your limitations. You don't even have to imagine it. You do it. Why? Why? And I heard a saying that says, when you argue for your limitations, you get to keep them. And that crazy thought that I started off this live with of, I just believe. Like, I can do this. I just believe. Why would I choose the opposite? Because in reality, they're both the same. Whether you believe it's for you or believe it's not for you, they're true. There's both no truth to them because it hasn't been done. But the automatic feeling of, I'll never get that. Why do you put yourself into such a limitation? I'm waiting for someone in the chat. Why do you assume that what you want cannot be yours? Because the reality is, the thought is what you have. The belief is what you have. That's it. It's really an imagined thing. And the assumption of the imagined thing not working in your favor, why? Why? Okay, sure. No, listen. Miss Light, I'm calling you in, not calling you out. Okay. The story we tell about us is that it's a story. And I understand. I have compassion. I'm always going to stand in a space of compassion. All of this is true. And I see that with love and respect. And that does not take away from your worthiness. And when you share that story, this is the arguing for my limitation. This is why I can't have this, because okay, yes. How about this? Yes, all of this is true, and I'm worthy of it. How about that? I'm not even negating that happened. I'm saying you are correct, and you're worthy of it. And that doesn't limit you. And And the lesson is understanding what built you is why it's for you. What has occurred in our story is that our story. The reality is, the words that we share about ourselves are building our story. I'm never negating how someone feels, their reality, their upbringing, their guardians. We have it. Each and every one of us is constantly digging into that trauma, that violation, that knockdown, that setback, that lack of worthiness. I know I'm right here. This is why I feel I can speak on it because we all have it. And I'm still worthy of goodness. And I can just choose to believe that maybe there was something that grew the strength in me to see the beauty of what I am. And maybe I'm changing that story. Maybe it's not that. Maybe it's I've been built into an incredible, loving being. Okay, what I'm sharing is don't even say that. Find a space where it is, as I type, I am healing in every moment. Because again, the words we assign are the computer was built off of the human brain. Your words are your programming. So even that, every time I go to reach for an orange, my back hurts. Or my body is healing every time I reach. I'm just going to change the words. That is bringing attention. And it sounds crazy, but try it. Both are the same. Both are really the same. Continue to get this live up to 10. We're going to get it up to 25,000 today. Your current reality is what you say. That's why you are in your current reality, because you have to be it before it is it. You will never just feel it and say, wow, everything's changed. I woke up. No. It starts with that craziness of like, today is a great day. My body is healing. There's a negative thought. Okay, I recognize it. Let me journal this out. Let me just sit and see what that taught me. Maybe I just need to sit and feel this discomfort. What is it teaching me? Oof, I've been hurt. Yeah, I'm hurt. Okay, maybe I need to cry. Like really sitting into that. What do you mean if it's not? Your reality is whatever you say it is. You could actually say I'm in a penthouse overlooking the south of France sipping champagne. You could actually say that. I don't care what your current reality is. The point is to believe it and to act as if. Because let me tell you, it doesn't just come. And it's also doing the work. If I said, I'm going to become a speaker and I just think positively all the time, like I'm going to become a speaker, but not actually show up as a speaker, it probably will not show up in the way I see it. It's all of it. It is the positive thinking. It is the doing. It is the believing. It's all of it. It cannot be just one. You cannot believe without action. You cannot visualize without belief. You cannot have action without the visualization. It's all connected. So, as I was saying, when I took off from Seattle, going to Washington, D.C., as the head flight attendant, 90 minutes into this 6-hour flight, the airline interphone rings. And because I was the head flight attendant, I answered it. Hi, this is Hope. Hi, Hope. This is the captain. We're having a failure of our left engine. We will have to make an emergency landing. We'll update you when we have more information. Click. Imagine that phone call. Imagine that. Imagine picking up a phone and hearing that you will have to make an emergency landing because the left engine is going to blow up. Imagine that. You don't have to. I've already lived it. It's life changing, okay? It'll make you move to Hawaii, cut your hair off, and just live a good life because after that, everything that you're worried about actually doesn't matter. Any little bill or dude or they didn't text me, listen, I can assure you, after that phone call, I ain't worried about nobody texting me. I'm about to not text anyone forever. I'm not worried about that. It really shifted the perspective into life. Because sometimes it takes that moment to say, hey, this is a wake up call. Hey, I'm trying to throw you something. Listen, I'm trying to show you. Here's the redirection point. Here's the sign. Will you listen? How much further can I take it? Like, universe, okay, universe, God, whatever. I got it. I got it. All right. I'm going to shift. It's time to shift. Well, it's not that most don't listen. How are you? Listen, I don't know what most people do. That's the space of compassion. I don't know what most people will never have that situation. Most people, you don't just go up to someone and say, hey, remember that time you were working a flight and the captain said the left engine was going to go out? I know I'm just randomly meeting you at Starbucks, but this happens to everyone. And they say, oh, yeah, it happened to me. Most people will never have this, okay? So I don't know what most people will do. I know what I learned from it. In fact, my concern isn't anything outside of me. My dad would always say most people are wimps. They are, but it's an area of safety. I'm not going to try because I, number one, don't believe I will succeed, and I am safe if I do not try. I'm safer without. So when I received that call, I remember immediately hanging up the phone and going into this internal space of hi Keith, oh my gosh, that is my fellow speaker, Good Energy Keith. How long have you been in the live, Keith? Who is Bahamian and based on the beautiful island of the Bahamas. Cool. And he's an incredible speaker that I met during my time in Toastmasters. And he is just an incredible person, photographer, and a thoughtful speaker. So, okay, like and go follow Good Energy Keith because he comes on to my live Tuesday nights, and our lives, like we said we would only go live for like an hour and a half to 2 hours, but I love talking to Keith, and he's such an integral aid with speaking because of your compassion, Keith. And we spoke about this. We spoke about not just saying, you're wrong, that's wrong. We have a compassionate where we can hold an additional perspective and opinion and just have it. Not say it's wrong, not judge it, not say why we win it. No, okay, I can see that, sure. Wow, okay. And I can see how you can get to this perspective. And I love that because a lot of y'all don't know how to do that. You're like not a communicator. So immediately, if someone says, oh, yeah, Keith, Miss Light is in the room. She's in the chat. Immediately, when someone says something you don't agree on, you just have to say, oh, that's stupid. I don't care if you think it's stupid. Why do you feel that your thought of my opinion, how is that benefiting me? Why do you feel like this? I just don't see any benefit in that. I don't see any benefit in wanting to consistently argue for what you think. So what? Like I'm always in a space of love and respect anyway. It's never about a judgment. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for the rose. So follow Good Energy Keith. You will see him. Um, Thank you, Robin. Etherealness and state. Thank you. Thank you. Well, Robin, this is what I do. I'm a speaker. And all of that time on the plane led me to my moment of what is the gift that I'm here to give back? Like hope. You see, this is how quickly this thing goes. It goes like that. You never know when. You are just going through your life expecting to just continue to live. That's how it goes. It almost happened. You almost went down in a fiery blaze. Okay, Keith, I'm dressed like I'm in the Bahamas. And I will come back to the Bahamas because I have a fabulous story. And we will be doing a event in the Bahamas this year, me and Keith. So yeah. What is it that I give back? What is I did live an incredible life. Yes, I love Mexico. I would always spend months in Mexico. And my father had a deep love for Mexico. My father spoke Spanish, and I was like, wow, look at my dad speaking another language. And we would go to Mexico and all of that. So, I have a lot of great stories about Mexico. However, after that time, I did not go down. And thank you, Robin. Yeah, this is what do. Go to my link in bio. Click the link in my bio. The first link is my TED Talk, which as a speaker really gave the heart of what I speak about. So if you go at the top of my page, click the link. The first tab, the first link is my TED Talk that I gave in Germany in October. Or go to YouTube, put Hope TED Talk Emergency Landing, and that will give the insight of what changed my life. I also am doing a full moon meditation today, and it's something we just thought of and we decided to do it. So my link in bio, the third link is a space for you to put your email. I will send you the link because we're not going to do it on TikTok. It will be complimentary. It is for everyone to just enjoy and share a 60-minute meditation. And I will also send a PDF of journal prompts because I love journaling. And that's today at 6:30. Let's do 6:30 Pacific Standard Time, 9:30 Eastern Time, 5:30 GMT time. I know all the times, okay? I know all the times. So do that. My link to my YouTube, Hope is Speaking, is in my Linktree link, as well as this microphone that I love. Anyone content creating, I always talk about this because it makes a difference. That's there, my Amazon store. And if you would like to donate and give of any means, my Cash App and Venmo, which is greatly appreciated in any way, in every way. Yeah, it's all about this positivity. What places? Sayulita, San Pancho, which is San Francisco, Mexico. I would take the Colectivo like 2 hours north from Puerto Vallarta, and you wind through like the rainforest, and I would like get a small place with, I don't know, maybe a couple hundred people in the town. It was great. I did that several times. I've had a lot of great times in Mexico. So after that landing, my whole life changed because I did have, and I always have an incredible life. I had been flying since I was 22. I'd been living around the world, traveling the world, living men in countries that I found them in, going out with these notable dignitaries and diplomats sons and celebrities, like just really living almost like you're a celebrity, because I can easily go from Greece one day to Japan the next, and the next week I'm in Rio, and then after that I'm in Cape Town. Like, it just has been an incredible life. And that came from the courage to try. However, it was that moment of, sure, it has been. You've done it all. You've lived all the places you wanted to live. You wanted to live in London. You did that. You wanted to live in Paris. You did that. You didn't want to live in New York, but you lived in New York. That's because I was kicked out of the UK. I was actually deported, but that's that's a whole nother thing. As I said, I've lived a colorful life, so I know about immigration issues. Most Americans don't. M- uh, and let me tell you, all Americans don't, because a blue passport will get you anywhere, and most of you don't even travel, so you wouldn't know about some of the hardships that people from around the world encounter just traveling. The assumption is everyone can live like you. They don't. I don't go to Cancun, and it's beautiful. Cancun is beautiful. However, that is not the space for me. I will land in Cancun and go far, far away. However, Cancun beaches are absolutely beautiful, and that's because they're on the Caribbean side. So Cancun is on the Caribbean side, Puerto Vallarta is on the Pacific side. So their beaches are more similar to California, cold and darker, where they're compared to the Cancun side, which is the Caribbean side. It's like white, fine sand, very azul blue beaches, warmer water. So yes, it is, but I will never be kicked. That's not for me. Putaminta, or there's some other places. Holbox. Yeah. So I said, "What do you want to just continue doing this? Like, is your life about telling people you live in London and you go have a pizza in Milan and fly back, and you have these men and you've lived an incredible life and you've gone to these notable events? Is that what life's about? If it is, keep doing what you're doing. But if you believe there's something more, maybe there is." And it was really that moment of, I'm ready for more. Like, this is no longer a challenge. I've done it. Like, I never think, "Oh, where in town am I living?" When I say I'm moving somewhere, I look at the entire world. Imagine that. Imagine thinking like, "Okay, I'm just going to move to, where do I want to move? I'm going to Hawaii. Where do I want to move? Dubai, Cape Town, Costa Rica." That was solely done by me not limiting myself. And after doing it once, I understand, like, you can do it. Plus, what's the other option? But that skill, I needed this to learn that skill. So now the next thing in life, I already have that skill. I don't really need to constantly I don't need to learn that skill again. I believe I've learned all the skills from this chapter in life, from this career, from this time, that I am prepared and ready to do the next chapter, dream, challenge in life. And what is that? What do I love to do? I didn't say how much, what is the highest pay? I don't care about that, because I do believe when you're fully aligned or connected to that gift that's you, find abundance is just there. And it's not limited to just money. It's abundance of time, it's an abundance of freedom, it's an abundance of health, it's abundance of movement, it's abundance of comfort, abundance of goodness and good feeling and energy and flow. It's just abundance. And even that knowing of not limiting abundance to just something like money. And I asked myself, like, what do I really want to do? Like, and I dreamed, do I want to be a pop star? Like, okay, I could do that. Yeah, but I don't think I remember when I love to dance and I've been a good dancer, and I started trying to dance in productions and commercials in London. And that's when I discovered, oh, I don't want to be a professional dancer. Like, I like to dance, but going to auditions with other people, like, no. I'm the best dancer in wherever I'm at. I'm a good dancer around professional dancers. And I just don't care to dedicate my life to it, because the ones that love it, they dedicate their lives to it. And I had to ask myself, what is it that I would dedicate my life to? Because that's how you reach mastery. I didn't drive in Nassau. I remember being inebriated and coming back from, I think we were at the Atlantis. This was like a long time ago. And I was inebriated and I stood on the console and did a handstand and put my legs up outside of the sunroof. It was like at 2 or 3 in the morning, and we got pulled over. And there was a guy driving. I'm like doing a handstand on the console with my legs out of the sunroof. My friend is like laughing, like, Hope is crazy. And no, that's not Miss Light. All right, Miss Light, every sentence, build it with love. Build it with love. If that is from love, then okay. But prior to typing anything else in the chat, think of it from a love and strength space. What up, Jaywalk? What up, what up? No, 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 no. It's not, you don't even have to judge yourself. That's the thing. Let it go. So, yeah. So, here's the thing, this is all new. This is just your awareness of it. Simply because you came in contact with me, which is already the sign, it's all new. There's also the space of being gentle with yourself. You're at a space now where you have the awareness. 3 months ago, you didn't even have the awareness of that. So it's always a subtle movement. It's always a continuous movement. It's about giving yourself grace and being like, wow, I have the awareness. I am doing it. I am growing and expanding and being in a space of love for myself. Really, it comes from a love. That's why I said, build the sentence with love. Are those Daisy Dukes? That's dumb. Even if you weren't kidding, it's dumb. Hi from Colorado. Try harder. You don't see something this nice and say, are those Daisy Dukes? No. Here's the other thing for the gentleman, because it's getting real hot and spicy. I'm appreciating the grand gestures, I have to say. Because I always say you have to give a grand gesture. I am amazing. Okay? You wouldn't see this. I'm usually I lived in Maui or Paris or London, or was vacationing on some foreign beach. The reality is, I would never come in contact with you outside of a beautiful space like TikTok. So in person, you wouldn't say that. I can assure you. Most of the time in person, people won't say anything because, as my dad would say, most people are wimps. I have a certain energy where I just radiate goodness, so I do have a space of compassion. However, the beauty is, what could I say to charm her? What would it be to charm Hope for her to be like, that's cute. Thank you. There's a difference. There's a difference. So, to dedicate my life to speaking, I knew this was a skill. I knew I had honed this skill because I've also been speaking. I know it is, precincts. I know it is. It's looking good. It's feeling good. That's right. Sometimes, you just have to like toot your own horn. But also, I shared this last night. Thank you, Jerry. There's a lot of clowns that have just been getting away with clownery. And y'all clowns need to know that you are a clown. Not everyone is a clown. There's actually lovely gentlemen. I don't deal with some of these things that I see content creators deal with. I never have. No, it's no. I've had a great experience. And what's up from Greece? Oh, when I would go to Greece, I would love going to the bakery and getting a fresh slice of scanacopia, and it would be fresh and like falling apart. And then I would also go to the market and get, hello from Michigan. I would get a fresh Greek salad. An American think Greek salad is like lettuce, olive. In Greece, a Greek salad, yes, Jack. A Greek salad in Greece is these robust, juicy, sweet, flavorful tomatoes in a nice rough chop, flavorful, fresh oregano, just a block of feta, not like chopped up, just a block of feta, and fresh, sweet, skin on them cucumbers. And that's it. And it's delicious. Oh, it's so good. It is so delicious. And also, I would fly to Greece and buy a lot of honey and buy all of my olive oil because in the States, the States gets the worst olive oil. Most of this isn't even olive oil. It's like other oils. Google that. Google the whole, not conspiracy, but it's like ran by people. But outside of the US, you can get good olive oil. So that's what I said about Greece. And let me get back to the clowns. Yeah, some of you are just clowns. And it's not that you are honestly knowing that you're a clown, it's just like, be more creative. That's it. Be more creative. Be more creative and like thoughtful. Yeah. What's up, Scotland? Scotland. One of my favorite places in the UK is I went to the Lake District. And the Lake District, you go north, 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 north in the UK. And it's almost like Lake Tahoe, California. It's beautiful. There's gentle walks. They call them gentle walks, which is like a walk through a meadow or a easy hike because I love being outside. And I went with my boyfriend at the time because he was great. I would say heaven, of course, Misty River, 1968. He was great. I would be like, I want to go somewhere. He said, okay, find the hotel, tell me when, just send it to me, I'll pay, and we'll go. I said, okay, which is great. So I love, I like boutique, like sustainable hotels. I I hardly ever stay in chain hotels. I love unique boutique hotels with a focus on sustainability. So they use fruits and vegetables from a local farm, or someone in the local area makes the shampoo or the soap, or they make it a point to hire people from the surrounding area, all of those things. I'm never, no, no, there's nothing that like, why, the thing is, look at you, Mag, jumping in. Hi, Mag. Mag is one of the OG hopefuls, so Mag always makes me smile. And they trying to get at me, Mag. They trying to get at me. Some of these clowns, they trying. But I started this with you have to do a grand gesture. As I said, I would just send my boyfriend at the time this hotel, and they were usually, I don't know. I don't know how much they would have been, but I don't look at the price when traveling because why? It's what I like. And the Highlands, yeah, those are beautiful. I was also a flight attendant and I just traveled like extensively. So for me, it's all about comfort. I'm never looking at price. I don't care. I could go here for 50 bucks, but you get there and full of knots and you're staying on a cot. No. No. I like comfort when I travel. All right. So I remember us taking the Virgin trains from London because this is when I lived in London. I was based out of Heathrow. Uh, and we took the train. And so as we were on the train, which was lovely, I love seeing the British countryside. Ooh, that's beautiful. That means you are feeling bees. Okay, you see how I skip around? Hattie's Bees, who's the creator on this app, started beekeeping once she retired from the service because bees are a form of therapy and they will not come around you if you're like agitated or angry or frustrated. You give off a certain vibration, a certain frequency. So she started doing beekeeping as a therapy practice. And she taught me that bees will only come around like certain people that have that calmness or vibration. So that's a great thing. So yeah, we took the train up north and it was really nice. And I also love, I show up powerful because I am. However, I love a man to do everything. I love it. My dad did everything. Like, I am not one to say, I am a woman, I carry my bag. Take my bag, put it up. As a flight attendant, I've done it for so many people. Continue to roll my bag in the airport, hold my passport, hold my ticket, hold everything. Put everything up. Like, I love that. I see the beauty of that and I'm all for that. I just want to float. All right. I just want to float, go get something to eat, go to the lounge, do a little shopping before, get a good hand salve and maybe a lip gloss or something in duty free, and then float onto the plane. And definitely have tea. So we go up north. And we stayed at there was one time we stayed at the Scarlet, which is like the southern beach coast of the UK, which was fantastic. But this was something else. And what it was, because I'm all about like sustainability, I love modern design. So it was individual cabins and pods that were each designed impeccably and had different interior designs. I think there was only like 24 cabins and pods. So one would be like the romantic Victorian era, and it had like romantic Victorian era wallpaper and pink pillows and pastels and like elements to decorate that cabin. But every cabin had its own steam room, shower, and you had this outdoor, like big natural tub jacuzzi and an outdoor cedar sauna. And you're like in the countryside in the UK. What's up, Benjamin Lewis? And every morning you could either dine or the day before you just put in a request and they bring you to order hot breakfast to your cabin. like at a set time. And I'm a vegetarian, so it would be like fresh morsel mushrooms that were foraged 1 mile from the property with heirloom tomatoes and honey and sprouted grain bread made that morning, toasted with fresh butter and avocado and like truffle hash browns. It was fantastic. Um, and beautiful coffee, beautiful tea. I'm a tea drinker. I don't drink coffee. I'll be like this. I already have so much energy. And your bed faced a wall of windows. So when you opened the windows, you saw like a meadow with deer and trees and wildflowers. It was amazing. And of course, I found it. This is what I'm talking about. Y'all girls be talking about the same hotels you see on TikTok. There's more than TikTok. Like, there is, as I'm talking on TikTok. So we decided to make a reservation for one of the beautiful restaurants. And they also had like a dog where you could like rent out the dog. It was a therapy dog. So you could take the dog on a walk through the meadow. We went down to the village where they have shops and ice cream shops, restaurants, and it's on a lake. This is why it's called the Lake District. So you can Google this, the Lake District, UK. And there's mountains. Hello, Detroit, Sean. What up? What up? And we took a boat tour of all of the different mountains and lakes and reserves, and you're out there for the day and you see like the fish. It's just beautiful. It's just beautiful. So we came back and got ourselves together to go to lunch or dinner. And so we came to the separate cabin because it was all separate cabins. What's up, Ruben? Where do you live in DC? Because I lived in DC and VA. I lived in Alexandria, Virginia, and then I lived in downtown DC. So we go to the restaurant and we're seated, and it's beautiful, intimate restaurant, well designed. Tables are kind of close, but it had white tablecloths, beautiful interior design, mid-century modern with soft country appeal, lots of light from the windows, very soft lighting, very low music, like impeccably arranged. And we were seated at our table, and then someone to the left of us was seated. And it happened to be Rupert Murdoch and Jerry Hall. And I've definitely studied Rupert Murdoch. Who doesn't if you study money? But studied Jerry Hall. Very smart woman. Because she was the one. Jerry Hall was with, what's his name from the Rolling Stones? What's his name? He's so unattractive, but he's such he's the ultimate rock star. What is his name? Why can't I recall the head guy of the Rolling Stones who's like stickly and skinny and someone in the chat, give me the head singer of the lead of Rolling Stones. Everyone has to know. They have to know. So she was seated next to us. She was with him for years and lived quite a luxurious lifestyle. She was a model from Dallas, got latched on to the lead singer from the Rolling Stones and lived that amazing life. But then they broke up and they weren't married. And I believe he notoriously did not give her anything, or maybe he did, but he didn't have to, even though they had kids and was like together for 30 or 40 years. So, I mean, where do you go after him? The next best is Rupert Murdoch. And I was looking at her like, wow, because he was incredible. I mean, he was in his 80s at the time. So she was in her 60s. And you go from that, like, not Pamela Anderson. No, no. I don't know. Is it? I have never had that thought, so I don't share that. However, sure. Why not? I actually, however anyone shows up in their life is not for my assigning anything to it. I People do what's best for them. It's for me to be in a compassionate space is to allow a human to show up. I'm not really, when I say it's me, my focus is not why do they do that, what they're doing is bad. That really comes from an infrastructure around morality. And that's a whole nother topic because morality, if it's rooted in religion, has not often led to the most compassionate thoughts of human beings, specifically women. But I'm not dissecting something under a light of morality, meaning good or bad. So yeah, he was there, and then we saw him again. He sat next to us again when we made reservations, and I remember leaving like 4 or 5 days later, and they were on the Virgin trains with us, and I thought that was cool. And I said all that to say, most people aren't going to have that experience. You aren't even going to know where to go to be seated next to that person. And that's how there's levels to everything, even traveling. And this isn't from a space of ridicule. This is a space of understanding that there can always be more, even within us. And that's what I questioned when I sat and thought, what is next for me? What do I want to do? I knew, okay, I want to give back to this world in some way. I have a gift of loving to talk and loving to arrange words and speak stories that have lessons and just observe humanity and share and uplift. Um, I don't know. I don't know. I don't see when I say I don't know, I'm not operating out of your thought space. So I don't know what that means. I There's the other thing. I'm not labeling it anything. So whatever that means to you, I don't know what that means. And for someone to expect me to know your definition of something, because we actually all carry definitions of the same thing, starting with love. Some people feel that love is a painful thing, and it should be. I don't knock anyone for having that. I'm just unaware of that. So for me to assume that someone does not have that uh, definition, maybe there's a lesson I'm missing out on. For me, it's just all about just being open to how someone shows up. That's all. Um, I knew I loved to speak, and I also knew, yeah, I do travel. I've done it. I've lived in London and Paris and all these places. I've been to these events. I've met these people. I've really conquered. I've mastered this profession. I know how to arrange my schedule. I know how to make things work in my favor. I know how to do this. I know all of these skills. I've just like kind of reached mastery, and I was bored. I knew I was going to leave flying. And I remember telling my sister about 2 years before, get your trips in, because I can assure you, my days with the airline are numbered. I don't care about the benefit. I don't even care about the job. If I don't want to be there, I'm not going to be there. There's a segment of people that won't understand this because the belief is I just have to be there. And how that is slowly taking away from your spirit. Because I've only done things that I've loved. makeup artistry, flying. I loved it. I loved what I learned. I loved the craft of makeup artistry. I loved traveling. I don't know that feeling of hating your job. I can imagine that if you do hate your job, or you hate it, the fact that you're doing it because someone else told you, take this job. This is a good job. My parents want me to have this job. I don't want this job, but I want to please them. So I will take this job. But I hate this job. And I hate that I took it because of them. And so I'm slowly dying inside every time I go. But what else am I going to do? It's my job. There's more in you. Let me share with you. That will take your spirit. And I understand why a lot of people are so tense and upset. And I knew when I was done, like I'm not being challenged. Really, it can be beauty just learning something. This is why I offered. You don't have to love the job. You may just love learning the skill, or love the repetitive action, or love what you have learned in the process. That even makes it like you feel better once you're there. Even that, peer pressure, so what? Listen, why do I choose what someone outside of me told me to do? I would say, in a space of compassion, why is that the reason why I make a decision? My decision is based on me, unless I don't trust myself. Unless I don't believe I make good decisions. Unless I believe that I will regret this decision. Unless I believe I will fail at what I do. That's why I need to listen to someone else. That starts a different dialogue within yourself. Why don't I trust myself? Who told me not to trust myself? When did I stop trusting myself? What does it feel like to trust myself? How can I get back to trusting myself? That's it. I don't think any of it is negative or bad or not useful. It's all useful. And I've trusted myself that, yeah, I'm ready for that next challenge. And it doesn't matter if it doesn't make sense to anyone else. It doesn't matter if it's not the choice they would take. Most people don't even believe in themselves. Here's the thing. Not most, I don't know most people. There's billions of people in the world. I've traveled extensively. What I can observe is there may be a segment of people in spaces that truly just don't believe in their power of making a decision, in their power of trusting themselves, in their power of loving themselves, of their power of truly being what they need in any moment. Because you always are. It comes with that belief that you are. And there is a belief where we are just making our way back to that, understanding the sheer power that is just us. Not us with the degree, not us with the marriage, not us with the house. No, sure, that's all great. I accept it. And with it or without it, I'm loved, I'm great, I'm good enough, I can trust. For you, Marie. Not for everyone. Here's the thing with words. When you listen, individuals are telling you their perspective of life. I love fear. It's not real for me. It's also a motivator for me. So I don't know, Kev. I don't know. Sure, maybe, but no, everyone has power. Everyone. Everyone does. How do you know that? Let me ask you, why, of all billions of people on earth, do you say that lots of people have no power? Why? Why would that, again, is saying more about you? Who are you to call someone powerless? I know I'm powerful. That's why I'm saying we have power. It's really the lack of power you believe you can possess. because you believe there's more power outside of you. Someone says, this is powerful, this is in control, this controls me. My world is what I've built from what I see, what I believe. I know I'm powerful. I know every human being is powerful in their own unique way. I'm never in a space and would never say the lack of power of any human being. We are powerful when we believe. And it's unique to everyone. I'm not saying everyone could be like Hulk and like, no, there's a specific uniqueness, power in you that is you. That's it. And this is what I speak about. I'll tell you again, go to the link in my bio. Click on the link. My TED Talk is the first link. Click on my TED Talk, watch my TED Talk, because as a professional speaker, that's what I speak about, the power of us as human beings, not the power of where you were born or anything outside of you, just every human being. And that is in my TED Talk. You can also go to YouTube and put Hope TED Talk Emergency Landing. Also, if you need a speaker or a panelist, that is there to work with me in content creation. My full moon meditation is there. Click on it, send me your email. I will send you the link. We're going to do a full moon meditation, and I will also send some journaling prompts that you can do during, before, after, at any time. I decided to do this, and I've shortened the time of like doing, thinking, and doing, and we came up with this yesterday. So I said, yeah, let's try it out. It's complimentary. It's here for all of us to like gather for 60 minutes and meditate. So that is what is going to happen today at 6:30 Pacific Standard Time. And my microphone that I always use, the link is there, my Amazon storefront. And if this has been helpful and beneficial for you in any way, send a gift, send a gratuity. If you feel so inclined, my Cash App and Venmo is there. However, the most important, it's all important, the beauty of us, and I said this in my TED Talk, it is you, it is you, it is you. It doesn't matter what anyone has told you, it's you. And I just decided to say, yeah, it is me. And go forward and start a new journey of speaking professionally and showing up as me and storytelling and sitting in the sun and living this life that I want. I don't care what you think I should do. You hate your job. You hate your life. You hate the person you married. You don't even want to be there. Why am I going to listen to you? I like my life. So thank you, Murray. That's what it's about. I'm a rebel with a cause. I'm a rebel with a cause. And I'm also on YouTube Live. I see there's some people in my YouTube Live. Go and subscribe to my YouTube. It is Hope is Speaking. I put up motivational content. In fact, I'm going to go just film something now because I'm outside. I like to film in the sun. And all of my lives, if you missed my lives, are uploaded. I also have affirmations and meditations and the cool girl affirmations. So I will be. How about I'll do that today? I'm also going to start a Snapchat because Miss Light told me to. These are all new things. When I started speaking, I said, what can I dedicate myself to? And I dedicated myself consistently to TikTok and to YouTube. I believe in starting small and then expanding instead of YouTube, TikTok, and all of them. No. And I've consistently shown up. So if you haven't, follow me here on TikTok. I post like my tanning thoughts. And thank you. Yeah, bikini top and cutoff shorts are my outfit of choice. This is actually a bikini top. I prefer to only be in bikinis and vintage denim cutoff shorts or cute jumpsuits that, okay, all right. Yeah, let's start it out. Tell me any topics, send me DMs. Even I received some great messages of what you want to see YouTube videos on, of what you would like to hear. Whatever a suggestion, like do speak on when you doubt yourself or when you feel like you're failing, or how to gain courage to try something, or how to get over heartbreak. I can speak on anything. I'm a speaker. This is what I do. But I've lived. I've been out here in these streets and skies for a minute. Okay. So I really appreciate that, because I'm growing as a creator, and I feel so enamored when I receive helpful information. And I'm here to speak, to encourage, and to unite. So it's all beneficial and positive. Thank you for the likes. Subscribe to my YouTube, follow me here. And hi from Jamaica. Oh, I'm getting off, but I would tell my Jamaica stories because I have some funny stories about Jamaica. I started this live with my journal because I always start every day with a journal. And I'm going to read before I get off this live what I journaled as soon as I wake up. Because this energy you're feeling, you got to program it into yourself. Like, it doesn't just come. Well, it kind of does, but you have to consciously do this. So as soon as I wake up, listen to subliminal affirmations. I love those. I'm going to make content on those. I sleep with those. They aren't like I am wealthy, I am wise. It's subliminal. So you don't even hear it, but it's directly going into your subconscious mind. And I leave that on while I sleep, and I have that on in the morning. And it's like confidence, and I am worthy, I am strong. Like, this is a conscious, diligent effort. And then when I get up, I immediately grab my journal. And the first thing I wrote, doesn't matter what you're feeling, you are writing what you want, not how things are currently, what you want. Thank you, T. The first thing I wrote is, I am limitless and I get everything I want because I deserve to be happy. My life is incredible and full of abundance in every way. Imagine just feeling that right when you wake up, like, my life is incredible and full of abundance in every way. I feel so good. My body is healthy, flexible, hydrated, and strong. I bet you said the opposite this morning. I bet you said, I got to get up again. Man, it is too early. These kids are yelling. It is a conscious, diligent effort. And it's worthy of doing small things that show the love for you in every moment. I am always moving towards my goals and dreams. I am in perfect harmony with myself and others. I am a beacon of positivity and optimism. I am a powerful and confident communicator. You see how I show up? This isn't like just by happenstance. But this could be whatever you choose to write. Just knowing that as soon as you wake up, your brain is in its most impressionable state. The most impressionable state, whatever you interact with, the first 90 minutes of your day has set the tone of your day. So if it's the news, so if it's an email, so if it's the bill that you can't pay, that is, boom, that's pinned, that's like a note pinned on you for the rest of the day. I am infinite love and light. I love that. As I share, I don't sleep with my phone in my room. After I retired from being a flight attendant, there were no phones. No one needs to get in contact with me. And my room is a place of rest. I am open to receiving miracles and blessings. I am a money magnet and abundance flows to me effortlessly. I am a confident decision maker. I love that one. I am a source of love and compassion. I am feeling so good, radiant, positive energy, and lucky in every way. I am a powerful and intentional manifester. I am a fearless and unstoppable force. So this is what I really program my day as right when I wake up. And I'm finishing a journal where you will do the same. I am perfecting it so you have those I am prompts. And just, it's a small journal, so it's not an 8 by 10, but possibly seeing how journaling is helpful. And sure, why not, Trevor? Sure. I'm a child of the 80s, so yeah, I am she. It's been therapeutic since the death of my father in December, with me journaling and just getting out whatever I'm thinking. Here's the other thing for ladies: when you want a message or call, write it out. Don't send the message. They don't care. They don't care. They don't care. If they cared, they would have contacted you and said, I care. I miss you. Trust me. I know. I've had them move from countries. So if you say that maybe they want, no. I've had a man move, sell his penthouse in London and chase me to the US. Okay? I'm special. Um, so I don't know what that means, Trevor. What does that mean? Can I help you act out Superman on the moon, please? I don't know what that means. So if you clarify it, however, I have no idea. Thank you, Slusher555. I have no idea what that means. I know, but sure, that means nothing. It's like you're speaking Cantonese. Clarify the intention behind the thought, please. That's what it is. It's a great day. It's a great day. And I'm so excited. I do feel so good. I immediately run out into the sun. As you see, I'm big with my, I am really like that hip nature girl, stylish nature girl. Because if it was up to me, yeah, bikinis are just nothing. Why do I have to put on clothes? It's warm outside. I look best without tan lines. My body loves the sun. Like when I have to throw on a cute sundress or a cute jumpsuit, great. But ideally, just sun and lay out, no clothes. Speak, write, journal, do what I have to do, back into the sun, and then maybe seeing people. But why any other life? Why any other life? That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do a little sun session. And I also love that my parents, my mom knows, even as a kid, I was always like, I want to be free. And I would just take off my clothes and walk around and run around. She also understands, there's a beautiful space of like not teasing or judging, because if you're going to tan, you got to take everything off. Tan lines are sexy though. I'm all for it because I always have tan lines. But it's really sexy. Just, first of all, it's good for the body, for every part of your body to have sun. And it always looks great. It always, you just feel better when you hop out of the shower and you look like, look at this. Oh, I feel so, yes, 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 all the way, yes. And that's what I do. I'm going to sit out in the sun and enjoy this Saturday and hydrate and prepare for this full moon meditation. Again, if you'd like to take part, go to the top of my TikTok page, click the link. On the third link is full moon meditation. Just put your email there. It is a benefit for us all. There is no exchange outside of our energetic exchange. And it will be a cool thing to let go, because that's what full moons are about, letting go. New moons is when you're calling in and stuff. So, like, let stuff go. That argument, that guy, girl, whatever you've been hanging on to, let it go. And it's beautiful that you can just use the moon as a check-in. Like last full moon, I physically wrote down I'm going to let go of judging myself when I walk past the mirror. That next full moon, you can check. You can really see your progress. It's really a way of holding ourselves accountable, because often we will say, oh, I'm going to change this. Well, how do you know? How do you know you're doing the work? How are you checking in? What are your parameters for your change or success? So, full moon meditation, link in bio. Just put your email, because I'm not going to do it here on TikTok. Also, my TED Talk. Also, all of my links, my YouTube, the microphone, Amazon, my Venmo, my Cash App, and there's something else. Oh, if you need a speaker or a panelist, I'm doing some panels that I'm really excited about. That's exciting, because I just love to talk. So enjoy the rest of this Saturday. If you are able to be outside, it doesn't have to be in the sun. If you're able to be outside, go do some deep breaths in the outdoors. Clear. If you don't come to the meditation, today is a great time to just say, I'm letting go. You could do a prayer and say, today I'm praying for the strength to allow this change. If you meditate, or if you chant, or if you are speaking into the universe, consciously think about what is ready to be released. I will, Slusher. I'll have a fantastic day. Yeah, it's only getting better. It keeps getting better. So that's what a great live. Thank you all for being here. I really am grateful for everyone, because you're watching a dream in the moment being acted out, even from the act of me saying yes to speaking and encouraging. And I'm grateful for everyone who listened for a second, because it's really built my continued belief in the dream. And thank you, Alan Jeter, for the gift that you sent. Feel free to send. I appreciate. And I always close with these 3 things. Be the reflection of love, because we all come from an infinite source of love. Show up. Show up. I showed up today. Show up, show up, show up. But you can't do it if you don't show up. When you're not showing up for yourself, when you're not showing up for your dream, when you're not showing up for your gym workouts, when you're not showing up for your honesty in how you show up in the world, when you're not showing up eating in a way that aids your body, it doesn't come. Show up. All we did was show up. That's all you have to do is show up. And the third thing I always close with is something that I just feel in this moment, and I feel good. Okay? So you gotta just feel good. This would be hilarious if I scooped back the chair and fell into the pool, like, oh my gosh, because that's something that would happen to me. I can at times be really clumsy, but that's okay. It's a part of me. So I feel good. And as I tell my mom, I feel even better than I look. So in this day, let me see. Feel good. Be good. Be the goodness for someone. And just feel it. Just feel like what it would feel like to just sit in the sun and bask. Like, feel that happiness. Feel it. I'm sending it to you. Feel it. Thank you for the follow, So Wavy K. Feel it. Feel it. Feel it. Feel it. Yeah, feel it. And anyone who's not in the gym, go. I'm never not taking care of my body, so it's not about the gym. I'll take walks, I'll swim, but the sun's coming out. And if you aren't on it, get on it. Because there's people, they've been on it. We always on it. We're always beach ready. If you are not on it, get on it because the sun will be here before you know. And baby, you'll want to show it, but you can't. So you got to cover it. And then there's me who's walking around like this. There's a big difference. There's a big difference. Okay. So enjoy the rest of your Saturday. Leave your email if you would like to join the meditation and just take in the goodness for the day because it's great. Bye bye.